Previously on the Beam Chronicles.
I just can't give him up, not after I just got him back. Okay?
Okay, Charlie, I'm on board.
Murphy, if you think it's the wrong thing...
I do. I definitely do, but even so, I'll shut up and do it for you, honey. I'll go along with it, all right? I'm your guy. Right behind you, to the bitter end. We save him or we die trying. Plan B is die. There ain't nothing to discuss. I'm sorry I tried to suggest otherwise.
These are the Beam Chronicles, with your host, MJ Dooney. Book 3, Cataclysm. Chapter 17, Cidney Kovorski.
No. Murphy let out a weak groan. Clutching the helicopter blade he was impaled upon. After that, the only sound in the room was Queztopo's soft laughter, my shallow breathing. Charlie slammed her eyes shut, unable to watch as Murphy patted the top of his wound, winced, pulled his hand back, and stared at it drenched in blood. Please, no. Just let it all stop.
You motherfucking cocksucking son of a bitch!
Charlie crescendoed through her cry, and I did not even see what happened to them after that. I could only assume she grouped him outside to slay him, as they were both quickly gone. I did not care. It could not have bothered me. All I could see was Murphy, opening and closing his mouth as his eyes rolled up into his skull, blood dripping from his wound pooling at his feet. I ran to him, but when I got there, I did not know what to do. My instinct told me to yank the blade out, but once I had it tucked under my arm, Murphy feebly reached out and touched me. He laboriously shook his head, and I understood. Pulling it out would kill him on the spot. Leaving it in would sustain him for at least a few minutes. He was going to die. Either way, Murphy was going to die.
Hope you don't mind, Sid. But I went ahead and moved on to Plan B.
I snapped the blade as close to him as I could in front and behind him, tossing the pieces aside, falling to my knees, slinging him across my lap and cradling his head in my arms. Murphy, I breathed when I finally had him down. We can fix this, I promise.
Nah.
He chuckled, then coughed and spat blood off to the side.
I really don't think we can, Big Purple. This is all looking a little permanent.
When we find the failsafe, when Howie recovers it, we will bring you back. We will save you. I promise.
Don't.
He was suddenly so firm, so urgent, the Murphy I had always known.
Sid, look at me, all right? You listening to me? Assuming that happens, assuming you find the failsafe, assuming you get the chance, don't bring me back.
What? I could only commit to a whisper. It was so preposterous. Murphy's chest was raising and lowering more drastically with each passing second, the conscientious effort it required to continue breathing and living, to convince me to leave him here.
Listen, Sid, I'm an old man who lived a long life and made a lot of mistakes. I'm exactly the kind of person who's supposed to go in these sorts of things. Now, I've spent a week watching all the kids I love tear the hell out of each other, and really, I just can't take it. Not anymore. I don't want to. I'm too old, I'm too tired, and if this is it, then this is it. I'm ready to go.
I do not care what you say. My angry voice wavered as the tears fell onto his ashy face. So stop talking. I am not listening. I will save you, Murphy. Whether you like it or not, you are too stupid.
Cidney,
and too...
please.
He smiled softly, though there were tears in his eyes as well.
It's not. I mean, it's just... I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
But your family...
Loves me, right? Right now, they all love me, and you know damn well how rare of a thing that's been historically, but I fixed it. I got them back to a good place. I gotta get out of that balancing act before I fuck it up again anyhow.
But your granddaughter...
will remember me. She'll remember that she loved me. That's all I need, Sid. That's all I ever needed. I want to see her do cartwheels. Now I have.
There will be more cartwheels.
There's always gonna be more cartwheels, bud. At least this way I go out fighting. At least this way I'm not a liability carrying around a bag full of my own piss because I got pancreatic cancer or Alzheimer's or God knows what else I would have gotten. I never wanted to become that. This is better. This is a good death for me, Cidney. This is the way I wanted to go all along. Fighter. Fact is, retirement would have killed me anyway, eventually. The last few days reminded me just how much I need all this madness. Turns out I'm just a broken person, too. This bullshit, this equalizer bullshit, it's who I am. Best way to go is being who you are.
I do not understand, Murphy.
I know. I know you don't, kid, and I wish I could fix that, but I don't think there's anything I can say that'll make you understand. But listen, there is one thing that I want you to promise me, all right?
Anything, my friend. Name it.
Promise me you'll tell them that I loved them.
I nodded. Who?
All of them, all right? Phil, Charlie, Lane, and Callan Madman if they survived in Cidney.
He reached out and grasped my arm, but his grip was so weak. It almost fell off immediately. I clutched his hand and held it in place for him, rubbed it back and forth. Already it was cold as ice.
I need you to tell Jackson that I love him. Do you understand me? I need you to tell Jackson Teak that Murph says he loves you. Can you promise me that, Cidney? Can you promise me you won't quit fighting until you tell Jackson Teak that I love him?
I promise, Murphy. To the bitter finish, I will ensure that he knows you may count on it.
And Sid, I love you too. Don't ever forget that. All right?
Never. I love you, my friend. And when he finally smiled, feebly rustled his mustache that last time and began to look like he was at peace with the world, a curious, inappropriate yet urgent question popped into my mind. Murphy, before you... I have one last question.
Sure, kid.
What is your first name?
To the grave, baby. To the grave.
At least I got to hear his warm, gravelly belly laugh one last time. He died in my arms shortly thereafter. And I wept like a child, burying my face into the side of his. Murphy was gone. Gone. But Queztopo's cruelty knew no bounds. He did not even give me the opportunity to grieve my old friend properly. It all just kept going. It would not cease. It would never cease. Please just allow it to cease. The boom behind me was raw and deafening, and I crouched over Murphy's tattered body, clutching him close to me to protect his corpse from the falling debris, black volcanic rock raining from the sky. By happenstance, I glanced up only momentarily, but perfectly in time to see her flung across the room. Charlie, limp like a rag doll, crashed into the heap of rubble in which the rest of them were entombed. She did not group out. She did not pop back up and keep fighting the way she always had, and I assumed she always would. Was it possible? Was she No, losing Murphy already was more than my heart could stand. Losing Charlie so soon after I got her back, losing my Charlie was... Please, stop. My legs were numb as I sprung to my feet, abandoning Murphy out of some desperate plea that Charlie may still be alive. Surely wherever he was, Murphy would understand, even encourage it. I could barely hold my balance. My entire body was depleted of strength, burning hot, but I ran across the castle to approximately where she had impacted. I dug my hands into the sharp, fragmented pile of stone, yanking out Goliath heavy chunks and tossing them over my shoulder as fast as I could, digging through the wreckage for her. No, I whimpered to myself. No, please, no. She was nowhere to be found, and I dug more frantically. No! Charlie, you cannot leave me! Not after Murphy, I have nothing left without you, my dear, please!
This is your last chance, Brute!
The song-like voice rang out. I had not even noticed him hovering behind me, legs folded and chuckling as I scraped against the rubble for the remnants of my sister. I jumped to my feet, forcefully slapping my hand across my cheeks to mop up the tears, then spun around and growled at him. I could feel the Ajax coursing through my veins like frigid lightning, and I squeezed my thumbs tightly enough to crush diamonds. Queztopo, the demon out of hell who had massacred my entire world in a matter of minutes, for no purpose beyond his boredom, continued to speak.
Join me in my conquest. I will grant you your wildest ambitions. What more could you hold out for? You have nothing left to lose.
You are wrong. I declared it aloud as I realized it myself. There was one more battle to lose. One more promise to keep.
How so?
Jackson Teak lives, you self-righteous prick. As long as my brother lives, I will fight to the end to save him. And after a brief, nonplussed pause, he laughed maniacally.
This shouldn't surprise me the way it does, Cidney. Oh, how entirely I misjudged you the first time we met. How ruinously and terribly did I misjudge you when I said you were muscle, and that is all. There is so much more to you than your power. This loyalty, unbreakable loyalty, stronger than your bones, more impregnable than your skin. It's astounding, truly. You are no banal, hackneyed old trope. You are at your very core a rare breed of being, and I apologize, warrior, for being so blind to your rarity. It will be a great honor being the one to kill you.
It will be an honor that you will not have. He merely shrugged.
Well, in either case, I'm quite bored of this world. Without Charlie, you're really the only interesting piece left of it, and it's nothing personal, my friend, but you're hardly interesting enough to warrant keeping an entire planet. If you won't let me fight Tyler Foon, and you still don't know where my Endako friend is, I'm quite certain Earth has run its course for entertainment. I'll probably just pull all of the air out of the atmosphere for a few minutes, wait until life itself ceases to exist, and then be on my merry way.
And he shot up, busting through the ceiling of his castle, sending a downfall of obsidian all around me. I blocked the rocks with my arms, glancing left and right for an advantage. A ploy. Anything. I still had to stop him. I still had to fight. For Jackson, if nothing else. I urgently spun in circles, looking for something that could help me thwart him, or even reach him up in the sky. The green canisters resting on the belt of Murphy's limp body caught my eye first. Without second thought, I snatched one up. I wanted something. It was something, but it was a futile something. Paralyzing him would do very little to slow down his telekinetic destruction, and in order to even do so, I still I heard the groan from across the castle and my heart fluttered. I sprinted over to see from whom it came. It was a harrowing pit of disappointment lodged into my stomach when I found it was merely Enzo's skeleton. But that disappointment was followed by a wave of self-admonishment for being so selfish and cruel. Any ally was better than none. "Enzo," I said, pulling the large hunks of debris off his ragged, bruised body and thrusting a hand out to help him up. "You are alive?"
Barely.
He stammered, clutching my hand.
How about the rest? Did anyone...
"You and I are all that remains." My voice was more level and stoic than my guts, which twisted into knots and churned into butter upon hearing the poisonous words seeping through my lips. They were all gone. I still had not admitted as much to myself, yet I said it to Enzo so flatly.
"Where's Queztopo?"
he asked, leaning against me for support. I pointed skyward through the hole in the roof, where we could faintly see the tiny black dot that was Queztopo getting smaller and smaller the farther away he flew.
"I must go after him,"
Enzo bravely declared, faltering to his knees as he tried to step away from me. "You are in no condition to fight."
"It doesn't matter. Someone has to stop him."
"I am in condition to fight, Skeleton." Again, the calm in my voice betrayed the turmoil of my head. Perhaps it was because I was lying. There was no willingness left in any of my muscles, just my spirit to persist a little longer. That and my yet unacknowledged suicidal guilt at being the last one standing. "I will stop him."
"How?"
"Will your wings support me?" He snapped them out and back in a few times. They were a tattered mess. Exposed wires sparking and unsettling crackling noises came from the mechanism on his back as he did it.
"Surely not. I do not know if they'll support anyone, to be frank."
"I just need to get up, Skeleton. I have no concern with landing." He looked at me in sheer horror, mouth gaping for several seconds, until finally he slammed it shut and nodded firmly.
"Yes, I understand, Cidney. You are a true and noble hero."
He detached the wing pack and swung it off of his back, reaching it out to me.
"They'll hold. For a while anyway. Should at least get you to him. He doesn't appear to be ascending that quickly, taking his time, hamming it up as he tends to. Such a theatrical, melodramatic, self-absorbed egomaniac, but hell, he's been called worse, right?"
It was an odd sequence of critiques to come from the mouth of the Fly, the very anomaly whose theatrical, melodramatic, self-absorbed egomania almost ended the world way back when we started. And at first, when he said it, I allowed myself to reflect on the warmth of that fond reminiscence, how simple things once were, when we thought they were so complicated. But then, my memories were eclipsed by the slightest flicker of adrenaline, because Enzo's just and accurate assessment of Queztopo's nature had alerted me to a potential plan to undo him. Maybe it could work, at least for now.
"Sid,
Enzo started just as the idea struck me.
when you reach him, what will you do?"
"I have an idea," I admitted, locking the strap of Enzo's wings snugly around my trunk. "I will play to his vanity. As you said, it is his most exploitable weakness. It will buy us a few hours, perhaps, but no more. It is up to you to find an answer from there, Enzo. You and... Phil... In all of the bedlam, I had forgotten him entirely. Oh, how could I have almost engaged in this suicide mission without first saying goodbye to my brother? How did I forget him? More importantly, where had he been this whole time? I spun the dial of my earpiece to his channel and paged him.
Sid!
He answered me in a frantic huff.
I'm so sorry, dude. I must have dozed off for a second.
I smiled softly to myself. Finally, my brother took that nap.
What the hell is going on? What's happening down there? I got no signal from any earpieces except for yours and Enzo's.
Phil, we are all that is left. Murphy, Lane, Charlie. All of them are gone, brother.
What?
He gasped breathlessly, then cleared his throat to continue, the typical sarcastic bravado of his tone absent.
No, come on, Sid, that's you're just joking, right? You're a terrible joker, you're real insensitive, and you got Quez all caged up. You're messing with me, right?
I am afraid that is not the case. Queztopo was planning to drain the atmosphere from the Earth and end life as we know it. Phil, I am the only one who can stop him.
How? You still won't kill him?
No.
Then what can you possibly do?
I can stall him temporarily. I can give you and Enzo a chance to come up with a more permanent solution.
Again, how?
By sacrificing myself.
What? No, Cidney, please, talk to me about this. Don't do anything rash. There's another way. There has to be. Just give me like 5 seconds to think about it.
I am sorry, brother.
God damn it, Cidney, I fell asleep. Believe I just fell asleep. Okay? If I were awake all this time, I'd already have something worked out, some alternative, some gambit. Trust me. Wait for me. Give me a fucking second. Okay? We can fix that. I just gotta think a little. Okay?
I clenched my eyes, as if not seeing the world would make it easier to convince my brother I had to leave him. Unfortunately, we do not have time.
Fuck you, Cidney! Don't you dare do this to me! Don't you dare leave me to—
I love you, brother, and so does Murphy. I awkwardly fulfilled my friend's dying wish before rushing through the remainder of my farewell. I was always so bad at them. But we do not have time to dally. This is how it must be. I am sorry once again, and goodbye.
No, wait, please!
Mentally, I could not take another second of this conversation. My mind was already made up. My love for Phil played no influence on the fundamental truth. There was no stopping Queztopo. We needed more time. That was something I could potentially give us, and Phil, for all the love I had for him, would not convince me that I should not try to do so. And in any case, without this effort, we would all be dead. I disconnected my comm, saluted to Enzo, and flew through the ceiling after Queztopo. The ascent was brisk, if terrifying. My wings were rickety, unstable, and tethered together by the good grace of God. The fly made them look so simple to operate, effortlessly maneuvering and dodging. I had no skill at this, but at least I only needed to fly straight up. Not even back down. When I reached Quez in the sky, he shot me a look of baffled amusement, then slowed to a stop. Entertaining the preposterous scenario, the lingering fumes of the last amusing part of this planet. I hovered before him, fingering the canister of K-toxin hidden safely in my pocket, mostly to assure my pounding, unsteady head that it was there. Finally, I spoke. I will tell you what you wish to know. I will tell you where Tyler Foon is if you do not destroy the planet.
Very well. It is a deal. Glad to hear you finally come to your senses, Cidney.
He is underground. I did not deliberate in admitting to him. Miles deep in a solid steel watertight container. The entrance to this container is located beneath Dr. Kovorski's old lair, what was once my home. You can find it roughly 30 miles.
I know where it is.
He interrupted me, then sighed, as if the long journey had finally come to a close for him.
Thank you, Cidney, truly. This was a most sensible decision. If you have the capacity and would like to disable your immunity to my power, I can help you find the ground so as to witness my battle with Foon. Surely the contraption on your back is not long for this world.
Indeed. I smiled, glancing at the black, raging open ocean sprawling in all directions below, only broken up by the single steady spot of Queztopo's island. And I imagine it will be a sight to behold this battle. 2 titans, 2 champions waging war. I am certain it will be spectacular.
It will.
They will construct songs about you. They will remember you for centuries.
They will. They certainly will. Assuming anyone survives, that is.
Truly, the battle to end all battles.
You have no idea, my friend.
He closed his eyes, excitedly clenching his fists.
There is a subtext here you couldn't possibly fathom. You have no idea how long I've waited for this day to come. And I'm so close, it's going to be perfect. It must be exactly as I've imagined it.
He confirmed precisely what I expected, exactly what I wanted to hear. Well, in that case, I grinned, pulling the canister out of my pocket. You would not want to risk facing him under any sort of handicap or disablement, would you?
What are you even talking?
Before he could finish, I cracked my can open, and a green cloud of smoke erupted from it, encompassing us both. The look on his face was a combination of rage, shock, and exasperation as his body fell limp, and mine as well. The numbness took over, coating me from head to toe until I could not feel anything at all as I plummeted. I could only see the water rushing upward toward me, hear the gut-wrenching yet beautiful wail of Queztopo, forced to wait until he was at full strength, full mobility before he could battle his targeted adversary, Tyler Foon. He would not risk it in this condition. He was too proud to take the chance that it may cause his demise, too cautious to risk it with me gone and no adversaries left, too self-absorbed to look so foolish in his magnum opus of a battle. But with the knowledge of Food's location, I had given him a reason to let the world persist. I had imbued this world with something more interesting than me. In doing so, I had bought my brother and Enzo a few more hours to undo him. A few hours until the toxin wore off, he exhumed Tyler Foon, and their battle destroyed what was left of mankind. I would gladly trade my life for extra hours in which Phil could save Jackson. I would gladly forfeit myself for them. I imagined the ocean was unbearably cold in January, but I could not feel it. I could not feel anything. Only watch as the shimmery, distorted light grew darker and darker, until there was nothing around me in all directions. I closed my eyes, smiled to myself, and sunk. Finally, after days of begging for nothing else, it all ended.
Thank you for listening to the Beam Chronicles, a fiction podcast written and produced by me, MJ Dooney. You can find the show on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. Rate me on Spotify and or Apple Podcasts if you haven't already. You can always email me, beamchronicles@gmail.com, or send me a donation on Buy Me a Coffee by clicking Support the Show in the episode description. I didn't do an outro last week because I wasn't sure what to say, so I just decided to be dramatic. These were the two hardest chapters to record and edit. My head hurts from crying. I got another little quick interlude chapter coming out next week where we check in on some other characters. Then I guess the good news, if you're not particularly fond of the current direction of the show, there's 27 chapters plus an epilogue in this book. So 12 more episodes to go. Lots of stuff still to happen. All music and sound effects were sourced from the Epidemic Sound Library. Special thanks to Janet Shawshaw for creating the cover art for the show. Find her on Instagram at ChiliBeanArt. And thanks again for listening.